Hello and welcome everyone to my Batsugun Special Version 1-all commentary. As you can see, I am playing the arcade version of the game on normal difficulty and not the Nintendo Switch port, which was released by City Connection and is a port of the Sega Saturn version of the game. I played on my Raspberry Pi 3B Plus using RetroPie. And it works with RetroArch, and within RetroArch I used the Final Burn Neo core instead of main. I also set a rapid fire button, as you can see, because I'm not a big fan of mashing buttons. And yeah, that's it basically. Batsugun is a game I wanted to play for a while. And I really like the cave shmups, and I wanted to see where those games originated. So Batsugun is the last game of Toaplan, and some of the Toaplan stuff founded Cave as far as I know, and so that's the reason why I wanted to play the game. For the run I chose Beltiana, as you can see. She has a very strong forward shot. And you will see later when her shot powers up that she also gets some shots on the side. There's not too much to say for the first stage, so we will talk a little bit about the boss. It's also not too crazy, but basically the boss has two parts on the left and on the right side, and I like to focus on one side and blast those two pieces off, and then go into the middle, dodge the green bullets, and now you have the blue bullets and you can white dodge it. So personally I prefer the special version of the game over the normal Batsugun, so to say, because you have a smaller hitbox, the ship has a smaller hitbox. And you gain a shield every time you level up. You gain a shield, and when you're max level 3, you lose some of your meter, and then you can regain the shield. So in stage 2, you have a lot of small Sargo enemies, nothing too crazy. You just need to take care of the tanks on this floating ship. You saw them like 10 seconds ago, and they will reappear in just a second. Other than that, this stage is not too crazy. I leveled up here, so I gained a shield and I got the stronger shot. And in a second, there it is. There are the tanks on this floating boat thing, and if you don't kill it fast enough, they will shoot some kind of beam. You also get a lot of bombs, and I actually needed them in the end, and also for this boss. I start at the left, and as you heard, this high-pitched sound was the indicator that I lost a shield, so I got hit there. For this one I like to start at the left and then go over to the right and blast off the different parts. Focus in the middle, and now you have the second phase, and you go over. He shoots 2 of these bullet streams again and again. You go up, then you have a little bit of space to go through, and when he starts doing this other pattern, I use a bomb, stay on target, so I follow him to point blank him as much as I can, get the damage down, and then you can already kill the boss. So stage 3 is where it gets harder. It reminds me a lot of Mushihime-sama stage 3, because I had to practice this over and over and over, and I thought these guys were the main danger, but as you can see, there's a lot of little tanks that come from this different holes or caves, and from the woods like there, and from all sides basically, and you can easily be distracted and miss 1 or 2 of those enemies, and they just snipe you from behind. For this thing, you just focus on the main thing in the middle to destroy everything, and you can pick up those pigs for some extra points, I guess. get another bomb, and for those guys I like to focus on one, go over again, and now I just play it safe. I let the side waves of my shot just handle it, because the screen bullets can be a little bit nasty that those two guys shoot. I had to practice it quite a bit, to be honest, because it caught me off guard several times. So for this boss, I like to focus on one side again. So in this example, I focus on the left. As soon as you blast off the first thing, you should stay on target, because there are two other things you can blast off. Dodge the bullet, that's not too hard, but it can catch you off guard, so I think you need to practice it at least a little bit. And now you have these things on the side that shoot beams. You didn't see it here because I used the bomb. I like to do that, because you basically get a lot of bombs, and I think you should use it, and I get an extra life now, so for me it's well worth it. Personally, for me, stage 4 is the hardest one. I had to practice this one over and over again, because you have these enemies coming from all sides, and you have these planes. And if you don't kill them fast enough, they shoot this green bullets, and if you're not fast enough, there might be more than one of those planes, and then it can get a little bit confusing, especially with all those other Sako enemies, like those guys shooting at you. So I leveled up and should have gained another shield. The game is a little bit bad in indicating that you have the shield ready, I think. Those guys shoot some lasers. As you can see, I am not macro dodging a lot, so if you are familiar with cave games and the higher difficulties, or the normal difficulty or higher, then you will know that you can do a lot of micro dodging. And in this game, it's this interesting blend of cave shmups, so more like, yeah, I just call it new school. I think there are newer shmups, but let's just call it new school, Danmaku style, bullet hell style, and old school with faster bullets. So it's a nice blend, and that's why I prefer the special version, because you have a smaller hitbox. In this situation, you can get this bomb, as you could see, but you should not go in front and just grab it, because yeah, it's kind of a bait. There are a lot of enemies approaching, and if you go forward too fast, you can easily die. This mid-stage boss shoots aimed bullets and aimed lasers, and now this thing looks quite intimidating, but you can relatively easily dodge it, wide dodge it left and right. It might take a little bit time to practice it. It can caught you off guard, but yeah, it's just a matter of training. I think it's more important to keep track of all those little smaller enemies, because there's a lot going on in this stage. Also here you have this yellow things that fire those circle bullets, or this circle pattern, and more of those little guys coming in shooting their bullets. So as you can see, I'm cruising from left to right. It's not that I macro dodge, I pretty much wide dodged. I got caught there and panic bombed because I didn't want to die there. This is what a showstopper for me. I had to practice this a lot, because you have this 4 planes coming in and shooting this green bullets, and they come from behind, and this is something I struggle with a lot, and Toaplan likes to do that, so yeah, it's basically a nightmare for me, and that's also why I bombed there. I practiced it and thought, okay, it's easier for me to just bomb. The negative thing is that this boss fight is pretty long, pretty lengthy, and in my practice runs I needed like 4 or 5 bombs, and during this fight you get 2 more bombs. So I like to start on one side and then go over to the other to destroy the little turrets. In the practice I also bombed here just to get a little bit more breathing room. And we will soon face go into the next phase of the boss. Yeah, so it shoots this laser in the middle and to the sides, and you have this blue and pink bullets that follow you. And now I don't have any bombs, and I normally use 1 or 2 more bombs, but in this case I just have to dodge and do it by feel, more or less. It's something I practiced in a sense, but I definitely used more bombs, so this was kind of lucky and kind of instinctive during the run. For this, guys, you can stay behind and wait for this wall of bullets come to you, and then dodge it on the left. And this is the last phase of the boss, where you have this thing in the middle shooting, this turret in the middle shooting this circular pattern, and on the sides you have these lasers, and the moment the lasers fire I like to use a bomb. And then you have the other turrets on the top that fire this blue and violet lasers. And to be honest, I calculated at least 1 death here, because in my practice runs I needed like 3 bombs to destroy this last phase, or 2 bombs, 2 or 3 bombs, and I was not able to dodge it. So it's pretty good for me right now. I was pretty hyped when I got to stage 5, which is the last one, and my only goal was to survive as long as possible, because I have no bombs, but I have 3 lives, and yeah, there goes the plan. So there was a lot going right in the stage 4, because I practiced it a lot, but I didn't practice stage 5 too much. So this is a little bit of a wild card. I bomb here because, to be honest, I really wanted to get a little further. I didn't even thought that I could clear it, but I don't know right now where to get the bombs in this stage. But because I know that Batsugun gives you a lot of bombs, I just thought, okay, I use a bomb and try to get another bomb elsewhere, like here, for example. In the upcoming section you have a lot of smaller enemies that go on rails or go on these streets or whatever it is down there. I bomb here because I'm out of place and there's just too much going on, and as I said, I wanted to go just further. I wanted to reach the last boss at least. Bomb again, so still 1 bomb left and 2 lives, which is good. And I'm certain that I'm getting a bomb very soon, hopefully. Well, I was hoping to get one. But it shows that you can, even if you don't know the game perfectly, you can just go for the ones you see and try it. And, worst case scenario, learn where you have to put more time in. So I knew that this is coming. That's what I meant a few seconds ago. You have all these little enemies shooting aim bullets, and also again this yellow, bluish, not yellow, this blue and violet kind of color scheme bullets. And the only aim is to just go through there, use a bomb if necessary, and hope that I get another one. Like here, I used the bomb and immediately get another one. So it's just a life extender in this case. it's something I learned in other shmup that you should really use your resources. Of course, you can make the game harder if you say, okay, I don't want to use any bombs or whatever. But for me, I wanted to get the clear. I was hit there, but I had a shield. I bombed here preemptively because I didn't want to get hit, because I knew I'm very short before the last boss, so I got hit there. Maybe I should have used another bomb. But this is the last bit. And in the dark there's the last boss lurking, so we're going in with 1 extra life and 2 bombs. And what I didn't know is that there's actually a safe spot for the first loop. Well, I didn't know about it. Desmaku made me aware of it after I posted that I was working on the video. In this case, what I did was I started at the left and tried to get as much damage in, and then move over to the right. And as soon as this pattern starts, I normally use a bomb. And then I just try to survive, use another bomb, I guess. I don't know if I used another bomb. Okay, I got hit there. I have still 3 bombs, 4 bombs. And that's what I use, because now there's this black core, and you can just focus on it and bomb as soon as you see the next pattern, and then you have the 1cc or the 1 all, because it's just the first loop. I didn't go through all the loops. The first one is enough for me, but the game immediately throws you back into the game, and you can start over with even crazier patterns and try your best to get further. You actually start at stage 2, so you don't have to go to stage 1 again. You start at stage 2, and with the next loop you would start at stage 3, and so on and so on. Yeah, it's a good way to just say, I really like this stage. This is probably my favorite stage because of this beach scenario setting, because of the music. It's just a very cool stage and a very cool game overall. It was very nice to see where those cave games originate from. And if you want to play the game, you can of course use MAME or whatever and play a ROM, or you can get the Sega Saturn port from City Connection for the Nintendo Switch, and I think it was also released for the PS4, but I'm not too sure. Yeah, as you can see, you're fighting basically the same enemies, but they have crazier patterns. I didn't practice it or anything, so that's why I just use bombs and, well, just see how far I can go. And spoiler alert, it's not very far. So we are close to the end of the video. This is stage 3. It is, for me it was hard in the first loop already, so going in here without practice, I die relatively quick, and I think the other death is not far away as well. Let's just see. But yeah, basically I think the positioning of the enemies is the same. It's just the amount of bullets they are shooting seems to be a little bit denser. Yeah, I had to use 2 bombs here. Normally I don't use any. Yeah, it's interesting to see, because I didn't watch this part of the footage, because it's just a nice little bonus. I'm pretty surprised that I could get so far, but I think a lot of stuff is playing by instinct. Okay, so here it goes. We are done. We had the 1 all, and we had some fun afterwards. So yeah, I think that's the end of the video. Thank you very much for staying with me, for watching. If you have any questions, please, let me know in the comments. I try to answer everything, I read everything. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye, guys.